thought you were not coming. Nixon started with excitement. Really? Why would I miss class when I'm alive and well? She said in a characteristic cheerful way. You are looking for me. I must be that special, she joked. He realized that he had revealed too much of what was in his heart. Well, it's important that classmates know each other's whereabouts, he said shyly. Thanks a lot for your concern, bro. I really appreciate. I was held up in traffic, so when I came in very late, I decided to sit right at the back. She called me bro. How? She only sees me as a brother? Oh no, he interrupted himself. Anyway, it's good to know you're fine. Are you free right now? He inquired. Oh no, I have another class until 12:30 in the afternoon. We can meet thereafter at Cape Standard across the road if that's fine with you, she responded. He felt that she did not sound very enthusiastic, and he felt a little disappointed. He pushed the thought aside. Great, 12:30 it is, he said, and happily started whistling, till he remembered he was on campus grounds where that kind of behavior appeared uncultured and out of place. At exactly 12:15, he was seated waiting anxiously for Riziki to arrive. A text alert came into his phone and he quickly checked it out. She was alerting him that the lecturer had delayed in class, so she would be a bit late. She's courteous, I see, he thought, smiling to himself. By 12:45 in the afternoon, they were busy chewing at their lunch and holding an animated conversation. Riziki was sizing him up. He seems a nice chap. I can see he's courteous. He even pulled a seat for me. She let the thoughts wander in her head. Then a distant look clouded her face, and Nixon got worried. He thought he had seen a painful expression too. Please, may I call you Betcha Ibera from today? I like the sound of that name, Nixon requested, bringing her mind back to the present. So sorry, I was distracted. Yes, you may, but you know I cannot change my certificates at first, Betcha observed. That was how she reverted to calling herself Betcha, though at times she missed the name Riziki. From that day onwards, coffee dates became more frequent. They could be seen attending other functions and going to church together. Time flew so fast, and soon Nixon was graduating. He had wanted to propose marriage to her, but he felt that he needed a job to sustain a family. So he decided to get a job before he left campus. Fortunately for him, he had been a good intern at Madden Electrical Company, and they did not hesitate to hire him full-time. He became the communications manager. At first, settling in the job took up most of his time, and their meeting became rare. This was putting a strain between them. However, he had no fear that she would leave him, as he had known her to be a trustworthy girl who always kept her word. They had committed to honoring and respecting each other as long as they lived. Soon, Nixon's graduation day came, and it looked glorious, and they celebrated. His family came in a 25-seater minibus. They were so excited about their son's achievement. Mom, Dad, I would like you to meet Riziki Betcha Ibera, your future daughter-in-law, he told his parents. Betcha felt embarrassed at that introduction, though she stretched out her hand to greet the older couple. They had a firm handshake, and Betcha observed that Nixon took most of his handsome facial features from his mother's beauty and his large physique from his father. Betcha came to learn that Nixon's mother had been the top model in a beauty pageant held in the village many years ago, and that was where Nixon's father had spotted her. After the introduction, Betcha had felt the tension ease as she got to know Nixon's people. They were extremely welcoming, and in no time she was busy chatting with her mother and father-in-law-to-be as though she had known them for many years. The visitors had stayed in Nairobi for a few more days after graduation. A week later, her prospective mother-in-law called her to thank her for her warm reception while they were in Nairobi. Riziki had gone out of her way to drive Nixon's parents around town and showed them places worth keeping in memory. She had taken them to the Nairobi National Park and the National Museum. After Nixon had left campus, prospective mother-in-law called her to thank her for the warm reception while they were in Nairobi. Betcha had gone out of her way indeed to drive Nixon's parents around town and showed them the national park. After After Nixon had left campus, her conversation with him had gone on for a little while, but she wondered why Nixon had never proposed with a ring like she had heard other girls say their fiancés had done to them. Fantasizing how he would one day call her to a hotel and order a cake and then ask for music and a band would serenade her as he knelt down and proposed. Betcha, my love, will you marry me? Then she would imagine herself jumping up and down and screaming, yes, yes. One day, she was woken up by her phone, which was ringing incessantly. The caller seemed to be frantic. Hello, is that Betcha Ibera? The caller asked rudely. Yes, please, what is it? She replied worriedly. She felt fear fill her heart as she anticipated the words that were to come next. You had better leave Nixon alone if you care for your life. The line went dead. Betcha was left rooted to the spot. She did not know whether this was real or she was dreaming. After a few minutes, when her heart calmed down, she sat on her bed. She tried calling that number, but it had gone dead. She then called Nixon's number to find out what was going on, and the lady answered. Hello, this is Victoria. How may I help you? Nixon is not available to receive your call right now. All right, kindly inform him it's Riziki, Betcha, she said in between tears. All right, I will. And the woman hung up. About 1 hour later, Betcha tried calling Nixon again. His phone was off. She tried the next few days, but to no avail. Her mind started playing with her. Why did I get that call? Why was that a woman's voice? Things were not adding up for her. She kept her worries to herself for a few days. Finally, she decided to call Nixon's mother to inquire, and to her shock, her phone was also off. What could be going on? She wondered as she sat on her bed. I think something fishy is going on, and for my security, I had better act. She said that out aloud. When she checked her phone, she found a message. What could be that message? Please find out next time. Bye. You are not coming. Nixon started with excitement. Really? Why would I miss class when I'm alive and well? She said in a characteristic, cheerful way. You are looking for me. I must be that special, she joked. He realized that he had revealed too much of what was in his heart. Well, it's important that classmates know each other's whereabouts, he said shyly. Thanks a lot for your concern, bro. I really appreciate. I was held up in traffic, so when I